Hey guys, what is up? Mike here, Laker Talk. Let's talk Laker basketball. Yes, we are 1-1 on the season. We get our first win against the Phoenix Suns, 132-130. This was an amazing game. Lonzo put up 29, 11, and 9. We're going to talk about that. But I'm going to go through all the key points all the things we learned from this game. I got the TV on over there. That's why you see all the flashing and stuff. Let me turn that down a little bit. Let's talk about this. Awesome game. This was the game we needed. A game against a young team, Phoenix Suns. They don't have many veterans or any veterans like that. They're like us. They're like a notch below us. And we needed this game to get our bearings right. It's the Phoenix Suns. They're not going anywhere. You know, they're gonna be at the bottom of the totem pole. But we needed this game after a tough, scrappy game from Patrick Beverley and the Clippers yesterday. So I'm really excited about that. But we learned so much about this game. This particular game here, though we needed this game, we learned so much about this game, and we saw so many things from all our players that we can build upon. Okay, and this was a great game, a great confidence builder in so many guys. Let's just go down the list. I'm gonna touch on guys. We're gonna get to Lonzo Ball and this historic game that he put up at 19 years old. He put up 29, 11, and 9. Let's talk about that in a second. But I'm gonna start off with this. Larry Nance Jr. Somebody tweeted me and said, Mike, give Larry Nance Jr. some credit. Larry Nance Jr. starting at the 4. I always talk about how Larry Nance Jr. is a bench player, but he should be our starting 4 right now. Okay, hands down. Because when he's on the floor, he makes so many plays. He sees the ball, or he sees his teammates. He makes great plays. He makes great defensive plays. And he just has a high IQ. He doesn't want to score the ball every single time. If he's open, he'll go for the dunk. He's got the athleticism to go for the lob here and there. But he's just a great all-around player on the floor. We're going to talk about Julius Randle too, and how he's going to be pushed back at the end of the bench, it seems like, based on what we're seeing. We played much better with Julius Randle off the floor. Brandon Ingram, he needed this game, okay? Everybody was tweeting me, and Mike, you know, Brandon Ingram balling out. In my opinion, Brandon Ingram was doing the same thing. He was doing the same things this game that he always does. His shots were just falling, and also he was playing against Josh Jackson, some weak defenders, and so he was just kind of like eating them up. But Brandon Ingram put up 25 points. I wanted him to get 30. Brandon Ingram needed this type of game for himself and for us Laker fans, just to go, man, come on, Brandon, this is what you can do, right? So shout out to Brandon Ingram. Lopez put up 19, just a stud. He's got the outside shot, the three-point shot, and he's got, he sets great picks for Lonzo, so he can pick and pop, and he's got some good footwork down low. Corey Brewer, I mean, there was a moment there that he was locking up Devin Booker. And I want to talk about Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma came in, put in 15 points. He started off slow, but he got it going, and you could see Luke Walton actually saw how well we were playing with Kyle Kuzma, and there was a spurt there where he got in, and Lonzo Ball was on the floor, and Lonzo Ball he set a pick for Lonzo, and Lonzo gave him the feed, and he got a dunk, and you could just see the chemistry between those two. And from that point on, you could see Luke Walton keep Kuzma in. Even in the second half, he was the first guy off the bench. It wasn't Julius Randle. And I tweeted out, Kyle Kuzma is going to be the first guy off the bench, it seems. I think what we saw in this game is the way Luke Walton wants to play. And I gave Luke Walton, I was on Luke Walton today in Twitter. I was like calling him out. And today, Luke Walton coached his butt off. You know, there was a point where he was mad at a particular foul that the ref didn't call, and he was getting on the refs, you know. And so I like that passion that I saw from Luke Walton. Gotta drink my little Diet Coke. Anyway, so Kyle Kuzma, he played one of his games. You know, like he was, you know, he hit a couple threes, but he was just slashing. He saw the balls. He even gave a lob to Larry Nance Jr. I mean, when last did Julius Randle do any of that type of stuff? Like hit threes, make plays, set picks, take your man off dribble, you know, give alley-oops and all that stuff. Kyle Kuzma, the first guy off the bench, that's gonna, in my opinion, they're gonna at some point limit Randle's minutes extremely. I mean, to the point to where he might get a DNP, like a did not play, coach's decision. So that might be coming up in the near future because his body language is terrible. Jordan Clarkson off the bench, again, 17 points. Love Jordan Clarkson off the bench. I love that he put up 18 points, I think, yesterday. He put up 17 points today. But the story of the game, Lonzo Ball, 29 points. He's 19 years old, y'all. He's 19 years old. He put up 29 points, 11 boards, and 9 rebounds. He outplayed Devin Booker. As the game went on, Eric Bledsoe was checking him, and Eric Bledsoe is like a mini-me LeBron James. And then you got that other mini-me, Michael Beasley mini-me, Mike James for the Phoenix Suns was trying to check Lonzo. And Lonzo started, you could see him ramping up. You know, he was ramping up. He was like, he was checking him a little bit. Like he was using his speed to kind of get by them, and then he would like fumble it a little bit. Then he would hit a three here and there. But in my opinion, it was the second half when Lonzo Ball really started to get a feel. And now here's what I gotta say. Lonzo Ball, and this is what I said about D'Angelo Russell last year. Lonzo Ball is bigger than all these guards. Same with D'Angelo Russell. And when D'Angelo Russell played these guards one time, he kind of like gained some confidence, like, hey, I'm bigger than these guys. I can actually blow by them and put them on my shoulder and get to the rim. And that's what we're seeing in Lonzo Ball, okay? Lonzo Ball's IQ is off the charts. So as the game was going on, he's like, I'm bigger than these guys. I'm bigger than Eric Bledsoe. And Eric Bledsoe's a stud. Like, he's athletically, you know. So they were trying to check him at half court, and he would just kind of use the screen or whatnot and get by them. And you know what? And they were backing off Lonzo a little bit, giving him the shot. And he was hitting, boom. He was hitting that Kevin Martin, you know, sideways shot. He's got to be related to Kevin Martin, Lonzo Ball, that is, man. Because he doesn't talk, just like Kevin Martin didn't. And he shoots this weird shot just like Kevin Martin. But you know what? It's accurate, and he's got a fluid release. It's weird, but it's fluid. It's got a good arc and everything. So, but Lonzo, as the game went on, the third quarter, you could see Lonzo, just watch the video. Lonzo's dribbling, like his mannerisms, like he was rocking a little bit, like the confidence was growing through the roof. I mean, it was amazing. It doesn't matter about some of the turnovers that he had dribbling. The fact is, you could see the confidence like skyrocketing in Lonzo Ball, hitting threes, taking it to the rim, dribbling in between things like picks and all that stuff, and really getting a feel for what he can do on the floor. And just unlike yesterday when Lonzo was kind of struggling against Beverly, they say, his teammates weren't really finding him yesterday and giving him the ball. In this particular game, it was close down the stretch. You saw every single teammate, when they got the ball, they were looking for Lonzo. It was because Lonzo's confidence was that high, and he had taken over the game to a point to where even the other team, even Eric Bledsoe and them, started to respect him and was like, okay, he's the real deal. I mean, he took it to Tyson Chandler down low, finishing with the left hand several times. So it was like, not only was the scoring impressive from Lonzo Ball, you know, he's not going to score 29 points every game. But what I took away from this game is the confidence that he's getting minute by minute playing against these guards. And when he goes through a pass, like I say, when I say a pass, he has to play every single team at least once. And then he has to play every single team at least twice. That's what I mean by a pass. When he starts to feel these guys like, oh, that's how I look. That's how I compare in height wise compared to Damian Lillard, or that's how I compare in height to, you know, Steph Curry, or that's how I compare in height to James Harden and them, you know. So, or Westbrook, right? When he gets a feel for how big he is as a guard and what he can do and what they can't do against him, and he's only 19, when he gets that man body, like 20-year-old, 21, 22, he's gonna be killing guys. He's gonna be dominating. And when he's gonna be dominating like Jason Kidd used to, like bodying guys. And I love the fact that he's a great weak side defender. He low key, he's always contesting like shots from wings and bigs and stuff. Lonzo's the real deal. I mean, I couldn't be more ecstatic and more happy about this game and the outlook. I think all the way down, excluding Julius Randle. Julius Randle's in the doghouse, in my opinion. We're going to talk about him later. But I just want to say a shout out to the Lakers. Shout out to Luke Walton for coaching his butt off. Shout out for all our young guys for coming back against a team that we should beat. And a good team. They were shooting the lights out, but we needed this game. We needed this game for our confidence. We needed this game for our abilities to know what everybody can do, and we needed this game to kind of feel out our lineup. You know, we don't need Dang, as you can see. Dang didn't even play. Tyler Ennis and Caruso still trying to figure out that second unit in terms of who's gonna run the point guard. But Lonzo Ball is the best player on our team. He's the best player, hands down, and his IQ is off the charts, as we saw in the second half, and what he can do with the ball and how he ran, really organized our team. For a 19-year-old kid, that's really impressive. I don't think I've ever seen that from a 19-year-old with the poise that Lonzo Ball has. So I'm ecstatic about this game. I'm hyped about this game. I hope you are as Laker fans. Let's soak it in. We got a real one in Lonzo Ball, and let's keep cheering him on and keep praying for him and praying for our Laker fans and no injuries. And let's keep it going, guys. Until next video, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. As always, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MikeSportsLA. And we'll talk soon. Until next video, guys. Peace.